Have you ever wondered what makes a life extraordinary? This question has puzzled philosophers, poets, and thinkers throughout history. The answer, however, is not as elusive as it may seem. Consider the story of a woman born in the early 20th century, in a small town where opportunities were scarce. She was one of 10 children. Her parents were farmers, and her future seemed predetermined. But this woman, let's call her Jane, had a different plan in mind. Jane believed that the circumstances of her birth were not a life sentence, but a stepping stone. She taught herself to read, write, and later went on to become a renowned author, inspiring millions with her words. Or take the example of a young man from a war-torn country. His childhood was marked by conflict, but he saw this adversity as fuel for change. He dedicated his life to peace, eventually becoming a diplomat and working tirelessly to prevent wars. This man, who we'll call John, transformed his painful experiences into a purpose that served the greater good. And then there's the tale of a child, born with a physical disability, who was told she would never walk. Yet, she refused to accept this prediction. With determination, she pushed her limits, and not only did she learn to walk, but she also became a celebrated athlete, proving that physical limitations are often just mental barriers waiting to be shattered. These stories, though diverse, have a common thread. They illustrate the extraordinary potential that resides within each of us. They remind us that life is not about what happens to us, but about how we respond to what happens. It's about harnessing our unique strengths, defying expectations, and turning adversity into opportunity. Jane, John, and our unnamed athlete didn't just live their lives, they sculpted them. They took charge of their narratives and made choices that reflected their values, dreams, and aspirations. They were not just passive spectators of their lives, but active participants, shaping their destiny with courage, resilience, and determination. In summary, an extraordinary life is not defined by our circumstances, but by our response to them. It's about understanding that we are not victims of our life, but architects of it. It's about recognizing that we have the power to shape our destiny and make our life a masterpiece, regardless of the canvas we are given. Jane, John, and our unnamed athlete chose to live extraordinary lives, not because they were dealt favorable cards, but because they decided to play their hand to the best of their ability. They chose to live not just a good life, but a remarkable one. And in doing so, they remind us that we too have the same choice. So as we navigate the journey of life, let us remember these lessons. Let us embrace adversity as an opportunity for growth. Let us harness our unique strengths, and let us choose to live not just a good life, but an extraordinary one. Because after all, an extraordinary life is not something that happens to us, it's something we create.